agriculture has had a key role in our history, our society. It has passed on great values generation to generation, and of course, it has kept us alive. We could see technologies progressing over many, many years, but still, the same thought is to give our society something valuable to live for. And of course, this we can thank to our planet Earth. This is what makes everything possible, and it is what drives us to find even better solutions for our planet, so we can also pass it on to the next generation. However, over the past few years, we have been put into a very difficult situation as our consumerism has taken a toll on us. And to keep up with the fast speed of consuming of our society today, we had to start to spray our fruits and vegetables to keep them fresh for this new generation. However, this is of course not sustainable for us in the long term. Luckily, in the past years, the trend has grown and we have realized that artificial is not always better. And sometimes, in some moments, we have to stay true to our roots. And vegetables and fruits on themselves through classical agriculture are even better than spraying them with artificial materials. However, this was realized because we have noticed that the material and the resources that has been given to us on this planet are limited. And if we're growing with this kind of speed, we will exceed this limit in no time. So we have to find solutions how to optimize our land as best as possible. If we think back a few years, this is probably how we would imagine a classic farmer, someone who's working in agriculture. Very detailed, very smart, of course, however, working on paper in a classic way, because agriculture is something that we think of as something very classical, something not necessarily innovational. However, if we think a bit into the future, this is more how we could imagine a farmer, imagine someone working with agriculture. New technologies can change entire industries, and most importantly, it can even change our perception of industries, because you're not just talking about how much even agriculture has changed over the past years. We're talking about how in the future we'll think of it as something completely different than before. Even Forbes has written many articles about how much artificial intelligence will play a role in our future and how much this industry will grow over the next years, because it's going to be a huge growth. It will play a huge role in all different industries. Artificial intelligence has taken over TikTok, actually, of the new generation by storm over the recent days and weeks. However, we have to realize that there are great opportunities in there that can actually not just create something that we perceive as cool, but also something that can save our lives one day, maybe save our future. So our future might be in more innovative hands than we might think. And of course, artificial intelligence sometimes might seem a bit scary and sometimes might feel like it's going to take our jobs away, but actually it's going to create completely new opportunities for us and completely new opportunities for us to scale our growth in a lot better way. So what exactly is our other issue if we're talking about sustainability, if we're talking about the green future of our planet? Of course, it is that our economy is built up in a way that's very, very focused on one-way production, one-way items, one-way consumerism. Economic systems are not yet based off a circular thought, they're more one-way oriented. Just like these cups, for example. This is exactly why recycling plays such a huge role in our future. Great movements, great ideas, great innovations and technologies being integrated into our everyday lives, even as trends. Because we have to realize that in order to make something accessible for all our society, we have to make it cool for all generations. And this is why it's amazing to see the rise of upcycling in the world of fashion. The fashion world, that's something that can definitely be defined as cool. We can see many artists or just normal teenagers resewing their jackets, their used pants, and creating something completely new out of it, giving it new life, giving it a circular lifespan. So why were we even able to realize that these issues exist and that we have to change something on our own? Well, maybe it was because of Greta Thunberg. she might be someone who many think about in a critical way, but we have to accept the fact that she actually made a big change of how the new generation perceives these very serious topics. Sustainability became a movement, and this is what also has to happen with circular economy. We have to make circular economy a movement of its own, something that is cool, something that drives an entire generation, something that gives us a purpose to change something. And this is why we can even see the trend of circular economy taking off as well finally, because we're realizing that in the 21st century we need new concepts and new types of connections to actually create a sustainable future, so all industries can still be seen and be adaptable to the future of our children. And with these new connections, new concepts appear, new innovations which can completely change already existing industries. For example, we can see Uber in the transporting industry, which has completely revolutionized the business and has built up a completely new business model, made this industry even a lot greener and even a lot more sustainable. And we can even see the trend of repairing getting a completely new life, because now owning something new doesn't have the same value as it has had before. Now, if something has been broken maybe and has been refixed after that, it holds a lot more valuable story and value to our society, which is also a very strong green trend. And the most important thing is that we hand this planet over to the next generation and we treat it in a way that we can hand it over to the next generation in a positive way. We have built great technologies, and with that we got great strength and great force. With great force comes great responsibility. So let's live with this responsibility and let's hand this planet over to the next generations in a good way, in a green way, in a circular way.